Season was to end today. It'll be Ipswich Town and Leicester City that are going to go to the Premier League. But what about the chasing pack? The playoffs, they're still wide open and anybody's guess. We're going to our latest round of picks and they're coming at you from a car next. That's right, folks, Batman's Gaming, a prediction video. Today, we're taking a look at match number 15, of course, over the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button back to all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, woo, football related, from our bloody car. That's right, of course, Rovers back in action against Norwich this weekend, of course, following on from that Chelsea debacle midweek. We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are. But let's get into it, of course. Let's waste no more time and jump back into it. Now, again, we are recording in a car, so the full show is not... You're not going to take a look at the Super Brew. We're just going to get into it, of course. Recap my picks. I'll bring you back up to the Super Brew, but probably next time. So, recap the results, starting with Southampton. Big 3-1 winners over Birmingham City. I went with a 2-1 win myself, not too shabby there. Leeds 4-1 winners over Huddersfield Town. I went with a 3-0 win as well. Sunderland with a big 3-1 win over Norwich. I went with a draw myself on that one. Meanwhile, Rovers did lose at home to Swansea. 1-0 away win for them, 2-0 win for me. Cardiff City 2-0 winners over Bristol City. I went with a 3-1 win on that one, not too shabby as well. Stoke with a big 2-0 win on the road against Middlesbrough. Of course, I went with a 3-0 win. Of course, we did. Watford 2-2 draw against Millwall, of course. Is Muscat in charge? Yeah, I don't know. 2-0 winners it was for me, but I got it wrong. Meanwhile, Hull City 1-0 winners over Preston North End. I went with a 3-1 win. Ipswich Town 3-2 winners over Plymouth. They made it hard work for themselves. I went with a 3-0 win myself. Meanwhile, Leicester City 2-1 winners over QPR. I went with a 3-1 win. Sheffield Wednesday big 2-0 winners over Rotherham. I went the other way, and West Brom did pick up a big away day win against Coventry. I went with a 2-0 it was final score there. Table looks like this. It is Leicester, it is Ipswich, and it's Leeds, Southampton, West Brom and Cardiff. Of course, the third and fourth spot you probably would have expected them to be in it, but credit to at least Cardiff for being in the top 6. But again, it could all change dramatically very soon this weekend. We'll see, of course. And Rotherham down there, QPR and Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday changing manager, QPR changing manager, both for foreign coaches. Rotherham sticking with their guns at the minute. Huddersfield have already changed the manager as well. Coventry, is there an argument to be said about Coventry City and Mark Robbins? Well, we'll have to see about that. Let's take a look at the Super Brew. It's not happening. We're not looking at it because I'm in a fucking car, guys. I'm in a bloody car, guys. But these are the next round of games, of course, and some belters in there, including that top one, Leicester against Leeds in the Battle of the L's, of course, and some other zingers as well. But we'll start with that one. Indeed, it is Birmingham against Ipswich. So let's jump in and have a little look at the game itself. Of course, coming at you Saturday, November the 4th. Be with you now. These two sides, according to my eyes, I played 30 times in 1995. We've got 11 wins for Birmingham, 8 wins for Ipswich. We've got 11 draws, of course. Biggest win for Birmingham. We've got 3-0 wins, scoring 35 goals in 30 matches, 1.17 goals a game. Up against Ipswich, biggest win for them, 4-2 win. They've actually scored 32 goals in 30 matches, 1.07 goals a game. They're on 75% form right now, are Ipswich. Of course, they did lose midweek in the Caterpillar Cup, of course, but they are second with 34 points on the board right here, right now. Birmingham, 3 defeats on the spin in the Wayne Rooney era. 33% form for them right now, 14th in the table, and 18 points on the board right now. Does it look like they're going to get a result here? We'll see shortly. Last time around at St James's Park, at St Andrews, it was a 2-2 draw back in September 2018 in the Championship, of course. Ipswich were in action against Fulham. They did lose last time around, but the odds for this one, we have 14-5 as your Birmingham. We have 11-4 as a draw. 11-10 on is, of course, your Ipswich Toon. Going with a 2-0 away win here, which makes it 4 defeats on the spin for Wayne Rooney FC. Let's kick it on forward to the next one. It is Bristol City, new manager looming, of course, up against Sheffield Wednesday, who have just picked up a new manager and got himself his first win as well. Played 25 times in 2003. We've got 8 wins for Bristol City, 9 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, and 8 draws, of course. Bristol City, biggest win, 4-0 win. They've actually got 32 goals in 25 matches, 1.28 goals a game. Wednesday's biggest win, 3-0 win, scoring 33 goals in 25 matches, 1.32 goals a game. They're, of course, 25% form for them right now. 2 defeats the last 4. Of course, 25% form. 24th in the table with 6 points on the board. Up against Bristol Bristol City are on 15th for the table with 18 points on the board. 2 wins the last 6, 33% form for them heading into this. Last time around over at Thrashton Gate, it was a 2-0 win for Bristol City, who were unbeaten against Sheffield Wednesday last season. Picked up a win and a draw. Of course, coming at you with the odds for this one, we have Bristol City 23-20 for the victory. We have 11-5 as a draw. 13-5 is your away win here. We are backing a Bristol City victory here, with or without a manager, but against Sheffield Wednesday as well. Their woes continue. Meanwhile, Millwall, again, let's confirm or deny that they have a new manager at their helm. They have been dragging their heels on this one. Don't think they've got one just yet. 13 times they played each other since 2003. We've got 1 win for Millwall, 8 wins for Southampton, 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Millwall, 3-2 win, scoring 10 goals in those 13 matches, 0.77 goals a game. Up against Southampton, biggest win for them, 4-0 win. Got 23 goals in 13 matches, 1.77 goals a game. They're unbeaten now in the last 6 are Southampton. 4th in the table with 24 points on the board. Up against Millwall, just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 42% form for them, 18th in the table and 17 points on the board right now. Last time round at the Den, it was a 3-2 win for Southampton. Actually, scrap that. The last time I played at the Den, it was a 2-0 win for Southampton. That was in the EFL Cup back in August 2014. The last time I played in the league, though, in the Den, it was a 3-2 win for Southampton back in March 2012. But the odds here, we have 13-5 is your Millwall, 21-20 is your Southampton, and we do have 5-2 is the draw. No new manager yet, but they're going to go with a 1-1 draw. Barrett working his magic to try and keep them at least grinding out some results. Anyway, kicking on forward, what do we have next? We have is Huddersfield Town against Watford, of course, coming at you at the John Smith's Kirklees McAlpine Stadium. Now, these two sides have played each other 20 times since 1995. We've got 10 wins for Huddersfield, 9 wins for Watford, and we've got 1 draw, of course. Biggest win for Huddersfield was a 4-1 win. They've got 31 goals in those 20 games, 1.55 goals a match. Meanwhile, Watford, 4-0 win was their biggest, 31 goals scored also in 20 matches, 1.55 also heading into this. They're unbeaten over the last 4 now. Watford 1-2, lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them. 16th for the table and 17 points on the board. Up against Huddersfield, 33% form for them right now. Back-to-back defeats though, 21th in the table, 14 points on the board right now. Last time around though at John Smith Stadium, 2-0 win it was for Watford back in December 2022. Quick look at the odds right here right now. We have Huddersfield 2-1 for the victory. We do have 12-5 is the draw. 11-8 is of course your away win here. We are back in a 2-1 win for Watford on the road. Huddersfield still struggling down the foot of the table. Leicester against Leeds, of course, it's the Zinger chicken dinner coming at you on Friday, November the 3rd, of course. Former Premier League sides rocking horns, of course, at the King Power. Played the 40 times since 1994. We've got 19 wins for Leicester, 12 wins for Leeds, and 9 draws, of course. Biggest win for Leicester, 4-0 win. They've got 56 goals in 40 matches, 1.40 goals a game. Up against Leeds, 67% form for them right now. We'll talk about that form in a minute, sorry. 3-0 win, their biggest, 45 goals scored in 40 matches, 1.13 goals a game. Leeds, just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 67% form for them over the last 6. They are 3rd with 25 points on the board right now. Up against Leicester, 6 wins on the bounce, top of the table, 100% form and 39 points on the board right now. Last time around, though, over at Leicester, 2-0 win it was for Leicester back in October 2022. Of course, the odds for this one, we do have Leicester even Steens to the victory, 11-4 is the draw, and 5-2 is your away win. We are backing a big win here for Leicester City. They're just continuing where they left off, and of course, continuing with another win. That game's on Sky, as is this one. It is Norwich, it is Rovers, and I'll be live somewhere in deepest, darkest Pennsylvania for this one. So we're looking forward to it. I will be in the hot seat. It'll be an early kickoff as well on Sunday, November the 5th. Be with you now. These two sides have played each other 24 times in 1993. We've got 9 wins for Norwich, 7 wins for Rovers, 8 draws, of course. Biggest win for Norwich, 4-1 win. They've got 35 goals in 24 matches, 1.46 goals a game. Up against Rovers, biggest win also a 3-0 win, 35 goals scored in 24 matches, 1.46 goals a game. Rovers on 50% form for them right now. 3 wins, 3 defeats over the last 6, but back-to-back defeats, of course, 12th in the table and 19 points on the board. Up against Norwich, just 1 win in 6, 25% form for them, 17th in the table and 17 points on the board right now. Last time around, though, over at Carrow Road, it was 1-0 win for Rovers back in January 2023. In fact, the away side, actually the home side, hasn't won this game since Norwich beat Rovers at Carrow Road back in April 2019. Of course, Rovers did lose to Chelsea midweek, and the odds for this one, 11-10 is your Norwich, 13-5 is your draw, 23-10 is your Rovers. I'm backing my Rovers to get something out of this game, 1-0 win, and of course Norwich may be the next manager to be gone heading out of this match day or into the international break. We would see Plymouth Argyle up against Middlesbrough coming at you down the south coast. Now these two sides and play each other in a little bit, but they played each other 3 times in 2009. 2 wins for Borough, 1 win for Plymouth. No draws right now. The biggest win, the only win for Plymouth, was a 1-0 win, but they got 2 goals in the last 3 games, or in the 3 games they played each other. 0.67 goals a game. Up against Borough's 2-0 win, their biggest. 4 goals scored in the 3 matches, 1.33 goals a game. Borough, though, just 1 defeated past 6, 83% form for them, 10 for the table, and 20 points on the board. Up against Plymouth, 19 for the table, 15 points on the board, but their form is just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them right now. Last time around, over at Plymouth, in competitive action, was a 2-0 win for Middlesbrough back in April 2010. That was in the Championship, of course. Middlesbrough with a 3-2 win over Exeter to set up a Port Vale match in the next round of the Cup. They could be in the semi-finals, Middlesbrough, if they play their cards right. So do it 3-1 is your Plymouth, 11-10 on is your Middlesbrough, and 13-5 is the draw. It's tricky for Middlesbrough on this one. Going to go with a 2-1 win, though. I think they'll just about do it. But Plymouth's home form is pretty savvy, so beware. Ski with care. Preston North end up against Coventry, of course. Coventry need a result, and fast. Up against Preston, who of course dropped out of the playoffs this past couple of weeks. Of course, played each other 33 times in 2001. We've got 18 wins for Preston, 3 for Coventry, 12 draws. Of course, biggest win for Preston, 4-0 win. They've got 60 goals in 33 matches, 1.82 goals a game. Up against Coventry's biggest win, 4-1 win. They've got 37 goals in 33 matches, 1.12 goals a game. Up against Coventry now, 3 defeats on the spin, 42% form for them right now, 20 for the table, and 15 points on the board. Up against Preston, 9th in the table, 22 points on the board right now, and of course, without a win in the last 7. Last time around, though, at Deepdale was a 0-0 draw back in February 2023. The home side's only won once in the last 5. The odds for this one, we're looking at Preston 95 for the victory, 11-5 is the draw, 13-8 is of course your Coventry here. 2-2 win for me for Preston, back to winning ways. Coventry taking another L on this one. Next up we have Rotherham United against QPR, new manager for QPR, but can Rotherham get the better of them over at the New York Stadium? Played 13 times since 2004. We got 4 wins for Rotherham, 6 wins for QPR, and 3 draws. Biggest win for Rotherham, we got a 3-1 win, scoring 26 goals in those 13 matches, 2 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, QPR biggest win, 5-1 win. They've got 32 goals in 13 matches, 2.46 goals a game. They're on 0% form right now. QPR 23rd in the table with 8 points on the board, 6 defeats on the spin. Up against Rotherham, just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them right now, 22 spot in the table, and 9 points on the board right now. But a win for QPR. Could see them leapfrog Rotherham. The last time at the New York Stadium was a 3-1 win for Rotherham back in March 2023. But the odds right here right now, we got Rotherham coming at you 13-8 for the victory, 9-4 is the draw, 7-4 is your new manager bounce. Of course, I'm going 3-1 win for Rotherham. Welcome to the Bloody Championship, new fella there. And of course, we have Stoke City against Cardiff. That's right, coming at you this coming weekend at the Bet365 Stadium. Now, these two sides have played each other 22 times in 2003. We've got 6 wins for Stoke, 8 wins for Cardiff, 8 draws. Of course, biggest win for Stoke, 3-0 win. They got 26 goals in 22 matches, 1.18 goals a game. Up against Cardiff, biggest win for them, 3-0 win. They got 30 goals in 22 matches, 1.36 goals a game. Cardiff, though, just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 58% form, 6th in the table, and 23 points on the board right now. Up against Stoke, who are 11th, 19 points on the board, 3 wins on the bounce. They're looking red hot to trot at the moment. Last round, though, over at Stoke, it was a 2-2 draw back in December 2022. 4 of the last 5 between these two sides have ended as draws. The odds here, 23-20 is your Stoke, 23-10 is the draw, 5-2 is your away win. That is, of course, Cardiff. We are going 1-1 draw, another draw between the two sides. And I think this is the last one coming at you right now. It's Swansea, it is Sunderland. It's the battle. Actually, it's not the last one. It is, of course, the battle of the S's. Now, these two sides have played each other 14 times in 2011. We've got 6 wins for Swansea, 2 for Sunderland, 6 draws, of course. Biggest win for Swansea, 4-0 win. They've got 23 goals in 14 matches, 1.64 goals a game for the Welshies. Up against Sunderland, of course, 4-2 win. Their biggest, 13 goals scored in 14 matches, 0.93 goals a game. Mowbray's boys, 3 wins, 3 defeats of the last 6. They're up to 8th right now, 22 points on the board right now, of course. Swansea up to 13th, 18 points right now, 4 wins for the last 6, 67% form for them right now, of course. Last time around, they're over in Wales. It was a 2-1 win for Swansea, who have won 4 from the bounce against Sunderland. Can they continue it this time around? 70-10 is your Swansea, 12-5 is the draw, 13-8 is, of course, your Mackhams here. Going with a 2-1 win for Sunderland. They're deadly on the road, and of course, wrapping it up. It'll be West Bromwich Albion up against Hull City down at the Hawthorns, coming at you as well on Saturday. Play each other 21 times in 2006. We got 12 wins for West Brom, 5 wins for Hull, 4 draws. Of course, biggest win for the Baggies. We got a 5-2 win, 34 goals though, scored in 21 matches, 1.62 goals a game. Up against Hull, biggest win, 3-0 win. They got 24 goals in 21 matches, 1.14 goals a game. 50% form though for Hull, 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. 6 and back-to-back wins. They come in 7th with 23 points on the board. I guess West Brom, who are 5th, and they got 23 points on the board right now. 75% form for them, just 1 defeat of the last 6. Leicester round over at the Hawthorns. It was a 5-2 win for West Brom back in August 2022. With the odds right here, right now, it is West Brom 11-10. It is 11-5 the draw, and 11-4 is your away win. We are back in the baggies here. 3-1 win, comfortably done, guys, comfortably done. Taking the points, taking the bags, and of course moving on to the next one. And if I'm right, guys and gals, of course that will be my predictions right there. This is what the table will look like. Of course, let me have a closer look. It will be as you were, Ipswich and Leicester, of course. West Brom up to 3rd, Sunderland 4th, Leeds 5th, and Southampton are 6th. Going down, Rotherham, QPR, and of course Sheffield Wednesday. That's of course my pick. Don't forget, of course, the Super Brew, and of course see if you can get involved and get your picks on there next time around, guys. That, my friends, is all I have for you. Make sure you bang the old subscribe, bang the old thumbs up, bang the little bell, and of course I'll see you, of course, when we come back around for the next one. But until then, guys, subscribe, be safe, and of course keep on predicting.